A very good morning, class 12th. So, in today's class, also, we are going to discuss about the chapter Ivan's Tries an O Level, written by Colin Dexter from the book Vistas. So, today we are going to discuss to another long answer question, so that at least we should have covered up almost, or I guess not almost, everything related to the long answer, what questions can come. In the previous classes, we have discussed various questions, and I really hope that's clear to you. And if you're still having doubts for that, you can clear it out with me. So today we are going to first discuss about. Remember, we discussed about various preparations or arrangements made by the prison authorities for the smooth conduct of the exam. We discussed various things. Table chairs arranged, sharp objects were removed, bug was arranged, cell converted into the examination center, various things. But here the question is negligence on the part of the prison staff. So, what loopholes had? What were those loopholes just because of that? From the prison staff side, that Ivan's escape plan was successful for him. So, we need to understand. So, what were we have heard? We have understood about the preparations. Now, these are the loopholes. The negligence part we need to understand. First, nobody, like that German teacher was coming to German teacher was there who on regular basis he was coming to teach Ivans, but nobody checked German teacher thoroughly and what kind of activities he had in the jail. So nobody kept an eye on the German teacher that what activities he had with the Ivans in the jail. It's a major drawback because they were very casual about it, that yes, teacher was coming and he was just teaching him. No, but what other might be he became friend, might be he was a okay, they were not having the idea that Ivans knew this German tutor from the starting. Might be he became his friend there only. So nobody kept or checked in on German tutors activities inside the jail. Then McClary's credentials were not verified. When McClary, that is the invigilator, came for invigilating the exam, his credentials, his details were not thoroughly checked by Stephens and Jackson. So that is another loophole here. It should be properly checked. Then, Evans mentioned about his bobble hat, that this hat is his lucky charm, he should not remove it. But it was very, very important from their side when they were taking out, removing all the sharp object or the things which were not required there. So even this hat should be removed. Why they had shown, why Jackson had shown that sympathetic attitude. Remember, yesterday we talked about that while we condemn crime, but we are sympathetic towards criminal because he had a little soft corner for him. So here, Ivan's bobble hat, it was not removed, one of the another loophole. Then Stephens not shifted from the cell. When Evans was writing his paper, when Stephen was just standing near to him, he said that he was not comfortable, and it was given the message to Stephens that he should move out, and from outside he should keep an eye on him. He should peep inside. But he should not be allowed to move outside from the cell. That was another loophole. He should be there only because when governor, the prison staff knew about Ivan's personality. Then there was a rubber ring, right? When which he mentioned that invigilator mentioned he had a problem and he required to sit. So that rubber ring was also not closely checked. Another loophole from prison staff authorities. They had not kept a thorough check on the rubber ring. Then thorough examination of wounded man. Now, when that invigilator was escorted outside, and when Stephens came inside and he noticed that the invigilator who was sitting inside, he was full with blood. There was not a thorough checking examination of that wounded man. There was just the hasty decisions they had taken. And the last one we can say, governor not accompanied the Evans. When at the last, Evans was caught by governor, and when he was handcuffed, once again, governor made Evans to come or to accompany. Basically, governor made Evans to sit in the another prison van with the other staff members. So instead that governor should accompany him, once again he handed over that criminal to the other ones. So these are the loopholes which you need to understand. Nobody checked German tutors. McRae's credentials were not checked. Ivan's bobble had. Stephen was shifted from the cell. Nor they have not given a closer look to rubber ring. Not there was no thorough examination of wounded man, and governor not accompanied Evans. Right? Now another important long answer question is Stephens escorted the invigilator. Now when exam got finished, now it was a duty of Stephens to escort the invigilator outside. He got a call actually. So what exactly happened there when he escorted the invigilator? He noticed various changes. And those changes were like suggestive hints for him, but still he did not, Stephens did not respond in that manner. He noticed, we have read about this. Now when Stephens escorted him outside, now what happened? First of all, we need to understand the prison staff members, the authorities need to be extremely vigilant. They need to be alert and attentive every time. They need to be extra cautious, right? So here Stephens noticed. Now what he noticed that there was a Parsons accent, like when he obviously, when McClary came, he took him inside also. Now invigilator was going on, he was escorting him outside. He noticed his accent was broader than ever. Stephens noticed that thing. His accent was broader as he entered. Then he noticed that this invigilator, he looked slimmer. He noticed these differences. Remember, we need to understand. He noticed these differences. He looked more slimmer. Then he noticed that there was a long black overcoat almost touched his knees. Earlier it was not the case. So he noticed these kind of changes actually. But what Stephens did, he overlooked these hints. Instead, he should act smartly. He did not give much attention to it. He should acted more smartly at that time because he noticed those changes that person, that is McClary invigilator, was a holy man. From the church he was here. His accent was more broader. He noticed he was looking more slimmer. He noticed his long black coat almost touched his knees, but still he overlooked all those things. He should acted smartly. He should inform his seniors instead of just taking the things casually. All these stuffs resulted in criminal's escape plan. So whatever stuffs happened, whatever the things happened at that time, all these, his Stephens' negligence here we can say also. Here we have talked about, in this previous one we talked about all the negligence from the part of the all prison authorities. But here just because of Stephens' negligence of all these hints, suggestive hints, it resulted in criminal's escape plan and Evans ran away from there. So it was something very plus point for Evans. But instead instead of acting very smart, as it's, remember, we need to have alertness and attentiveness. Stephens did not perform the things as he required to do that. So I really hope this is also very clear to you. If you're still having any doubt, please ask, clarify your doubts, and then the next class we are going to do the writing skills and send your worksheet timely. So try to understand these things very carefully. Thank you and God bless you all.